First movie is very much about like the use of fear to manipulate different cultures. This one's about stolen land and gentrification. I mean, how are you two reacting to that kind of material when you're reading the script?
I mean, I find it very emotional. It's amazing too because I feel like I always have to step out of it, like I did with the first one, and go, this was written years ago. Like, this is not about current events. It's not about the present. This is about the human condition, because the truth is history repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. And so we can all see ourselves as different characters at different points in history. But that's what's so powerful about it. Not because it's capturing something that's happening now. It's because it is universal, timeless, human condition based.
A lot of uncomfortable moments in interviews for movies recently, but I think what's going on here was a very interesting game of cat and mouse between this interviewer who knew exactly what he was asking and Ginnifer Goodwin, who knew exactly how she was responding. Ginnifer, who plays Judy Hopps, has been one of the most outspoken defenders of Israel for the past 2 years, and she has made that quite clear. Ginnifer has liked comments saying that no genocide is committed. She has aligned herself with people like Hen Mazzig, who is absolutely insane, in my opinion. Signed the open letter from the Creative Community for Peace, which sought to stop the banning of Israel from Eurovision last year. The Creative Community for Peace exists in direct opposition to the BDS movement. It is there to stop that movement in any way that it can. Big shout out here to Sydney Sweeney's new boyfriend, Scooter Braun. And I find it funny in this interview that Goodwin seems to say over and over again, oh, this isn't about right now. This was written years ago. Well, was it written before 1948? Because that's when we saw the Nakba. He seems to be fighting desperately against the idea that many have mentioned, like the interviewer here. This is a movie that is very much about stolen land. Not just stolen land, but the displacement of the population of that land that is expected to just fade into history. I think it once again creates this really interesting moment where you have an actor in a movie that seems to represent the exact opposite of what the movie has to say. We just saw this with Isabella Merced in Superman. There was something insane about Isabella Merced, who's about as far to the right on this issue as you possibly can be, being the person who gets to take care of the dictator figure in that film. Now, I'm not saying it's a one-to-one thing where the writer was expressly writing about the plight of Palestinians and the Nakba. I actually think, again, it draws a lot more similarities directly to Seneca Village and to redlining, stuff that happened in American history. Can the parallel still be made? Absolutely. And is it tough to watch Ginnifer sit there and squirm and say, oh, don't think about anything that's happening right now. It's definitely not related. Yes, it is, as settlers continue to this day to steal more and more land. This is well documented internationally. Watch that happen to people at gunpoint. To watch something like No Other Land and sit there and see all that happen on the camera. It is not a lie. It's not a fabrication. It's not propaganda. It's real right in front of you. To watch that and then to turn around and say, oh, well, don't think too hard about my movie is a really tough look. I don't know who the interviewer was, but shout out to that man for asking a difficult question so the world can see the ridiculous response.